this is All of Destiny. In this video, I will be sharing with you all how I created this stiletto shaped acrylic nails design. And just to spice up the look a little bit more, we will be doing the peekaboo blue bottom nails. Also, we're going to use some crushed shells to create some of the nail art designs. We'll be using some striping tape, rhinestones. So yeah, also I'm not a licensed professional, and let's get into the video. So here's a look at my sister's natural nails. They have been prepped prior to the acrylic application process. I'm going to begin by applying primer to each one of her nails. This will help the acrylic adhere better to her nail bed. Instead of using nail tips, I will be sculpting her nails, so I'm going to apply the nail form, and then we'll begin by applying the blue acrylic powder, and this will just serve for the blue bottom design underneath the nails. I'm using my acrylic gold finger brush number 4 to complete this entire set, and as far as the shape, we're doing the stiletto shape, which means that the nails will come to a point towards the tip of the nail. I like to go ahead and do the blue bottom design first, and then I encapsulate or cover the rest of the entire nail and the nail bed with clear acrylic powder. Once I slowly run out of the clear acrylic towards the end, I will switch to using a powder that I don't really like that much, but since we're not going to really see this design and we're going to cover that with nail polish, it works out just fine in the end. I'm taking a small amount of the blue acrylic powder, and we're just using that to create the bottom of the design. After that, I take about 3 balls to pretty much complete the entire set. You can do this in one big ball if you would like to cover the entire nail, but I find that since less is more for me, I like to do it in 3 balls all the way until the nail is completed. This technique will be done over all 10 of her nails. I'm going to show you all once more just at an overhead angle, just so you all can get a gist of what I'm doing. Definitely let me know if you all like the side angle or the overhead angle best, or just let me know if you all just want me to kind of move the camera around sometimes just to give you all a different angle. That way my hands and things aren't really in the way, and that way I get a gist of what you all like best for future nail tutorials. After all 10 nails have been completed, I remove all of the sculpting forms. My sister did file and buff her nails off camera. This is what they look like, and now we're just going to begin with the nail art designs. I like to start off by getting down just the base of all the colors, and then we'll proceed to doing nail art. I'm taking the LA Colors Color Craze nail polish in the color Meadow, and I'm going to cover the entire nail. I'm taking that same color and I'm going to diagonally polish one side of the nail, and then the other side of the nail I'll use the color Hottie by that same brand. Any colors that aren't as opaque after the first coat, I will either polish those on or off camera to make sure that they're opaque and covering up the blue bottom. This next design, we're only polishing halfway, and then we're going to clean up the sides using a nail art brush and acetone to have a pointed design towards the end of the nail, which will make more sense later in this video when we begin to use the striping tape. Before moving on to the next step or in between coats, I always allow the polish to dry. I'm going to take a chunky silver mix by LA Colors. There is not a name on the bottle for this one, and I'm just going to fade this down midways over this nail, and then once I stop midways, I'll place my brush towards the middle of the nail and fade the rest of that out so that I'm not pulling a majority of the polish. I'm only just going to be dragging down just a little bit more, and then I'll also take a different color just to give it a little more pop for the color to catch the light. This one does have a few other colors within this mix, but majority is still silver, and I'm just going to drag that over the remainder of the nail just so that it catches the light, as you can see here. To switch up the design a little bit more, we're going to skip that first silver glitter, but we're only going to use that second one, and after that dries, we're going to take a silver striping tape just to create some more designs along the nails, and I'm using scissors to cut off any excess striping tape. I definitely have to take my time when working with the striping tape because this is only like maybe my 3rd time using it, so I'm definitely precise and careful when applying it so that I get it exactly where I want, and then I make sure that it's adhering to the nail polish by pressing it down using my fingers. Off camera, I'm using a gel base and top coat by Madam Glam to seal off all of her nail art designs. Now I'm taking that Madam Glam base coat and we're going to add some rhinestones onto her nails. I like to just go ahead and just throw all of the rhinestones on there, and then I position them the way that I want them to be along the nail. Since I'm using a gel instead of nail polish or glue to apply her rhinestones, I have as much time as I need to position the rhinestones exactly where we want them on the nail, since gel doesn't really cure until it's been placed under a LED or UV light. And also keep in mind that we are curing all of her nails under the UV light for 2 minutes. The camera battery did die before I was aware. A few of her nails were designed off camera because of that, but it was the same technique, just a different design, if that makes sense. This footage is going to be on my cell phone since I didn't really want to wait on the camera to charge. I want to go ahead and finish her nails. So yeah, I may have to opt out to use my cell phone again to film nail tutorials because it's like it stays in focus more than the camera for some reason. Okay, so that's kind of beside the point, but hey, at least you all know if you want to film on your cell phone, you can definitely do that. So we're going to begin by applying some base gel. I'm going to dip the wood stick into the gel just so that I can pick up the crushed shells a little bit better, and I'm just pretty much just going to kind of just dump them just randomly however I may just to get it all over the nail, and then I'll proceed to use that wood stick to kind of get all of the crushed shells neatly onto the nail before we cure it underneath a UV light. Okay, so going back to one of the previous nail designs, I'm adding 2 rhinestones and some striping tape. I do jump all over the place when I'm doing nails in real life. It really just depends on what dries the quickest, you know. So yeah, all of her nails were cured with a gel base and top coat, and I did apply cuticle oil off camera. This is pretty much what the finished results look like. Questions or comments, be sure to leave all of that down below. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe so that you all can check out more nail tutorials because I do need to do my nails next. And yeah, I'll leave more videos in the cards, which is that circle in the eye that pops up in the right hand corner, as well as in the description box down below. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video. Got your girl curious, she say she